can watch the stages repeat. First case, Britain and Germany, 1900 to 1914. Britain looked permanent. London finance, global trade routes, the pound at the center of settlement. If you were a nation doing global trade, Britain's system was the highway. Germany rises fast. Industry exports, manufacturing scale. The relationship deepens, trade expands. Money moves. Stage 1 looks healthy. Then stage 2. Germany builds leverage and resilience, harder reserves, broader relationships, less dependence on the existing order, while Britain treats it as background noise. That's the complacency trap. When you're dominant, you interpret strategy as business until the day it becomes threat. By the early 1910s, the question inside Germany isn't how do we profit inside Britain's system? It becomes, if this breaks, do we survive and do they? Stage 3, repositioning, quiet assembly. Then August 1914, war begins, and one of the first moves isn't a tank, it's money. Liquidity tightens, confidence cracks, the reserve system strains. Britain is forced to bend its own rules to keep the machine running. Stage 4 doesn't have to win the war, it only has to break confidence. Because once confidence breaks, the center of gravity shifts. Capital looks for safety, trade routes look for stability, settlement looks for a new anchor. That's the deeper lesson. When the financial core is shaken, dominance doesn't vanish in a day, but it stops being inevitable. Second case, America and Japan, 1950 to 1990. Post-war, the U.S. rebuilds Japan into a manufacturing powerhouse. America gets cheap goods. Japan gets access to American buyers and capital. Stage 1, deep interdependence. Stage 2, Japan accumulates huge dollar claims and converts some of that power into influence inside the system. Capital, assets, ownership, positioning. Then, 1985, the Plaza Accord. Proof that currency policy is power when one side has leverage. Stage 3, Japan pushes more regional autonomy and alternative pathways. Then, 1987, Black Monday. Markets discover how fragile the plumbing can be when stress meets leverage and feedback loops. The Fed floods liquidity to stop the chain reaction. The point isn't Japan caused the crash. The point is, when leverage is concentrated and markets are fragile, big moves can amplify collapses fast. And it's hard to punish because it looks like markets. China was watching. Third case, Europe and Russia, 2000 to 2022. Europe ties its industrial base to Russian energy. Pipelines, contracts, stable assumptions. Cheap input becomes the foundation of competitiveness. Dependence becomes normal. Stage 1, deep dependency. Leaders say trade prevents conflict. Stage 2, Russia accumulates reserves, builds a war chest, reduces exposure where it can, and develops workarounds, new partners, new routes, payments alternatives. Stage 3, Russia positions for separation before sanctions arrive. Then, February 2022, invasion. The West freezes reserves, cuts off banks, seizes assets, and expects a quick collapse. But Russia doesn't implode the way people expect, because preparation mattered. The ruble falls, then stabilizes under controls and redesigned flows. And then stage 4 shows up in its real form, dependency. Energy becomes the lever, not total cutoff, just enough strategically. Gas tightens, prices surge, inflation spikes, industry gets squeezed. Factories don't shut down because of bombs, they shut down because inputs aren't reliable. Controlled demolition isn't about destroying cities. It's about breaking the inputs an economy can't run without. 3 examples, different contexts, same sequence. Now, China.